So I'm going to show how to create a histogram in this video. I'm going to show two different methods. One is following these written out steps here, and then the second method I'll show is going to go along with the steps shown in the video here at the top. So it says right here, you should have a column for classes and a column for frequencies. So that's what I've created here. I went to sheet one and I just kind of copied and pasted the data we needed. Created a column for the classes, and I just used the classes that it tells us to have, and then a column for the frequencies. And let's talk about how to find those frequencies. There's a couple ways to do it. One is just counting. There's not that much data. There's only 30 values. So you can just count how many data values fall within each class. And so that's one way to fill in the frequency table. Another way to fill it in is to use Excel's frequency function. It's equals frequency, open the parentheses. Then you got to select the data. That's what it means by a data array. So come down here and select your data, hit comma, and then it says, what bins do you want? What classes do you want? And you need to write out your upper limits. And so you just do it for the first four, and then Excel automatically creates that fifth class of everything larger than my last upper limit of 83. So a little tidbit you need to know, if I'm selecting those upper limits, I close the parentheses. When I hit that, Excel automatically calculates the frequency of each of these classes. So you can get them that way, or you can get them by counting. Then what we want to do is select the data, insert a chart, and change the gap width to 0. So it's going to be a histogram. So I select that data, insert a normal looking chart here. Just click up anywhere and come here to format the chart area. I might be in the wrong. Oh, I need to click on a bar. Right click one of the bars and select format data series. All right, so read the directions that are there. Right click a bar, format data series, and that gap width, it's set at something. Just drag it all the way down to 0. And now we have our histogram. You should always add appropriate labels and titles to your charts you create so that it's clear what data they're representing. So go ahead and change that chart title. And if you want to label your axis, there's a little plus button up here. You can make sure there's an axis titles down here that you then can put labels on as well. So that's one way to create your histogram. Another way you can do this, and it's discussed up here in the video, you don't have quite as much control over what your class upper and lower limits look like here, but it is a little bit quicker, and I'm okay if you do it this way because it's going to get you the same results, and it's a little faster. You can go insert, and you should have a histogram button to insert here, and you just click that. And so Excel tries to default pick what your class bin should be. So those don't line up with what we want. We want 5 classes. And our first one is everything less than 20, and our last one's everything over 84. So what we can do is right click on the bins it did give us, and we're going to format that axis. And you specify that you want 5 bins. That's how many were listed out here in our problem. And then we have to say an underflow bin. So the first bin is everything less than 20. And our overflow, oh, sorry, that's backward. That says overflow. So our overflow bin is everything greater than 84, and our underflow, everything less than 20 is how you have to set it up here with this. And what Excel does then is creates that overflow bin, that underflow bin, and then 5 bins total. So it gives you those bins in between that match up with what we have. So the labels here aren't as nice looking. You can't really control each individual one, but I am okay with creating it this way. It's a little bit faster. But either way, make sure you're changing your chart title, adding your appropriate labels, and you should have the correct height for each of the 5 bins to match the frequency for those classes.